Welcome back to Carry On with Carrie Fitz. I'm Carrie Fitz, owner and broker of Carrie Fitz Real Estate in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Today I want to talk about earnest money from an agent and buyer perspective. If you've ever been involved in a real estate transaction, you've probably heard the term escrow. But what is it? Why is it essential? Let's dive in and find out. And just to let you know, this podcast provides general information only, does not constitute legal advice. I am not an attorney. What is escrow? Simply put, escrow is a legal process where a third neutral party holds onto funds and documents during a real estate transaction right up until closing. This system ensures everyone keeps their promises. If things don't go as planned, the deposited money, often called earnest money, has specific rules governing its release. These rules are spelled out at the Alabama Real Estate Commission. The Real Estate Commission is what those are the rules that agents need to abide by. So, is it an out-of-pocket expense? Yes, but it's deposited into an escrow account to be credited at closing. We ensure that the earnest money serves our client's best interest during negotiations, protecting it as best as possible within contingencies. After your offer is accepted and all parties are moving forward, the next step is delivering your earnest money check to your agent. You can do this by check, personal check, cashier's check. There are also links to pay online as well, but service fees do apply to those. Collecting the earnest money falls on your real estate agent or the involved title company. So make sure that you communicate with your agent on the delivery of this money. And just another side note, title companies are not held to the rules of the Real Estate Commission. They don't have to, for example, get a release signed by all parties. So understand that when you're asking a title company to hold your real estate funds. Some real estate agencies maintain an escrow account while others opt not to for liability reasons. It's important to put in your contract all the deadlines and make sure they're in your calendar to ensure that you're following all the contract dates and that everything goes smoothly. Everything within the four corners of the contract is time sensitive, so make sure that you pay attention to those dates and that you make sure that everything is done on time. So why do you put down earnest money? Think of it as an engagement ring. As a buyer, you'll present earnest money to demonstrate that you're serious about the property. Earnest money shows you're genuinely engaged in the transaction and have some skin in the game. If your purchase agreement has contingencies, this period allows you to have a designated period of time to have inspections. Being in Alabama, which is a caveat emptor state or buyer beware state, it's up to you, the buyer's responsibility, to make sure you're satisfied with the condition of the home through the home inspection. If anything fishy pops up, you can return to the negotiation table or even cancel the deal. But remember, to get your earnest money back, everyone involved must agree. If there's a disagreement, the court may have to step in. As agents, we're required to get a release and cancellation signed by all parties. So even if the buyer has done what they're supposed to do within the time frame that's been spelled out in the contract, if the seller refuses to sign a release and cancellation or refuses to sign it off to make sure that the buyer gets his earnest money back, the real estate company holding those funds cannot release the earnest money back to the buyer or to anyone until everyone signs off. If somebody refuses to sign off, then the monies may have to be interpleaded in the court of law. May have to get attorneys involved. The closing marks the end of the process. Everyone gathers, papers are signed, and the property changes hands. In Alabama, the earnest money typically goes toward the buyer's closing costs, or it's a credit to the buyer at closing. Your trusted real estate agent or title company ensures everything's squared away, and they do a lot of behind the scenes to ensure the process goes as smoothly as possible. Your job as the buyer is to order your inspections, make sure you're comfortable with purchasing the property, make sure that you get all of your information to your lender as quickly as possible so that everything can happen as quickly and everybody can do their job as quickly as possible. So why does escrow matter for buyers? It's your safety net. An escrow account protects your earnest money, ensuring it doesn't prematurely end up with the seller. In the vast world of real estate, escrow stands out as a beacon of security. It ensures both buyers and sellers can proceed with confidence. By safeguarding your interests and ensuring transparency, the escrow process helps your real estate journey be as smooth as possible. So whether you're buying or selling, understanding escrow can bring you peace of mind and clarity to your real estate knowledge. Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Carry On with Carrie Fitz. This is Carrie Fitz, and we will see you next time.